Morning. Jai Hind, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning,
Good
sir.
morning, sir.
Okay, Subodh, you take card number 62.
Okay, sir.
Who is ready?
May I, sir?
Okay, Mukesh Saab. Rahul, keep time.
Yes, sir, you can start now.
Thank you. Good morning, sir, and dear friends. Today's my topic is NSG or India. The NSG was formed in May 1974 after the conducted nuclear test by the India. Its main aim to prevent nuclear proliferation by controlling the export and material and equipment. Since 2000 and 2008, India has been trying to be a nuclear country of the NSG group. But friends, there is some hurdles, and it will beneficiary to India. How? It will provide access to India in the nuclear able country. It's get to help to our economic growth, and as well as its help to make in India program will get boost, and it also help to minimize the use of fossil fuel, and we can produce more nuclear power generation, and it will also help to India export to the electricity at the means small country. But friends, there is some challenges in which first we can say China deny offering to the membership of India, because the all UNSC countries means support to India, but China always deny to India access in the NSG group, and India has not signed non-proliferation treaty. That's why it is a one hurdle against India, because there is 98 country that signed the NPT, but India not signed yet. And other thing, China also try to get access to Pakistan. It's against big issue in front of India. And until and unless all the members should agree to the decision, if all countries not agree, that time it's not able to get access. But there is some way forward. We can use that. India should convince China that India only used to facilitate their expansion of its clean and green nuclear energy program. India should continue with low key building with partnership with the other NSG country, so we can able to get access if we are able
Last
to.
30 seconds.
Okay. And other thing we can say that nowadays India has recently time emerged as a major global power in all respect. It can use India for to get access in the nuclear energy group. And China also must see it is one important confidence building step. If it does not block India to membership, it can have huge positive effect the both countries relation. I would
I
conclude
hope
to my topic, friends. It's a very important group. If India get access in, we can able to achieve our goal zero carbon ambition, and as well as we also produce lot of energy. Thank you, Jai Hind.
Okay, very important strategic topic for India getting the membership of NSG group. 48 already members are there, but we are yet to get membership for whatever reasons Mukesh Saab was highlighting. But China is the biggest um, opposition for us, who is not really supporting us. But in times to come, we will get that membership. There is no doubt about it. But sooner the better. Okay, good, Mukesh Saab. Topic requires a lot of deliberate effort because it is a strategic topic and a lot of contents we need to really put together. Its advantages at international level are not immediate, but they are there. And more than that, the status at the world level, if we get such membership, our stature at the international level increases and we look like powerful country. Okay, good. Subodh ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sub, keep time.
So can I switch on my
Sir,
camera?
Yes, yes.
Subodh, you can start.
Okay, sir. So good morning, gentlemen. My lecture topic is effects of cinema. Effects of cinema. So cinema plays a very important role. When we think about cinema, the first thing comes to our mind that is entertainment. But it is far ahead of entertainment because entertainment is not much. It is not impacting the youth, the children a lot. Because we know that as we move towards the technological revolution, so mobile phones, with the help of the mobile phones now, access to cinema becomes very easy. Now each and every youth has mobile phones in his pocket or in her pocket because smartphones are a trending fashion now and every youth possesses it. And because of that, it also becomes easy to access to cinemas. So what are the cinemas? How it creates impact on the youth? So first of all, if we talk about the good effects of cinemas, there are lots of good effects. Many cinemas, if we talk about LOC Kargil, Lakshya, Padman, then Super 30 is there. These all cinemas create a very these all cinemas create a very beautiful impact on the children's mind because it provides social message. LOC Kargil gives that how bravely we fought at the Kargil and how our heroes captured the respective picks from the Pakistanis. Lakshya is motivation to all because the aspirants who are preparing for defense examinations, who are preparing for any kind of examinations, it is a most inspiration for them. Lakshya is the movie. Then if we talk Super 30, Super 30 tells us that our condition is not a barrier. If we have that confidence, if we have that determination in ourselves, so definitely we will flourish. So this creates a very good impact on the youth, and definitely we will develop if this kinds of cinemas is flourished. Then if we talk about the harmful effects, there are lots of harmful effects. If we talk about the cinemas, that is Sairat, if we talk about many cinemas that are many cinemas contents are not good as we can thought because many cinemas are also now available on the OTT platforms. OTT platforms is the second form of to project the pictures, and because of that, what is happening? Many
Bluetooth mute.
OTT platforms, many web series are also available, and just because of that, children are now moving towards the juvenile crime. Juvenile crime is also increasing at the age of 16 or 17. A child or a youth, we can term it as a youth, committed crime, and at the age of 16 or 17, he also commits rape. So it is a very serious problem that we have to look into it. At the very early age, he is having that josh to
Last
commit
30 seconds.
crime. So it is a very harmful effect that children are having. And the one more thing is that the aggressiveness, we can say it as aggressiveness towards parents or the addiction towards the drugs and alcoholic influences is also increasing. So lastly, I want to conclude that, and according to my opinion, I think that cinema should be there because cinema creates a lot of good impacts. But we have to limit ourselves that we don't have to watch the cinemas which are creating some of the bad effects on
Time
us,
up.
because the more it creates a bad impact on us, so definitely our youth will not get youth will not get chance to move forward, and our country will definitely not develop just because of the bad effects of cinemas. Thank you.
Okay, Subodh. Very important social topic. Cinema and youth. It is a powerful media, cinema, and that is how you see in our society the impact of Bollywood, the impact of all movies. Any movie gets released, if there is some fashion, there is some dialogue, there is some kind of message, it really spreads. It has got a very, very psychological impact. It is a powerful tool and it can be used for betterment of society. What Subodh has highlighted a couple of movies who were giving the social message, whether it is Padman or some kind of entertainment movies where Munna Bhai MBBS, these movies give social messages. Biography, biopics are coming. So biopics are giving strong message, strong insight to our history, to the lives of great people, and it inspires the young generation. It inspires people across all society. It is such a powerful media and tool that it can be used for transformation of society. You take a subject, put it across in a better way, and society gets influenced. And that is why it is a very, very important weapon which can be used for better use. Government also needs to keep watch, and that is why there is a censorship and there is a control there is a censorship board where they have to monitor. But then, more importantly, the people who create movies, create documentaries, create advertisement, all these people should take social responsibility. In earlier times, immediately after independence, you see most of the movies were societies uh, subject oriented, spirit of national identity, nationhood, national spirit was there in those movies, and songs were there. Today also we require some kind of that national spirit oriented movies, some societies um, subjects which are important and can be tackled. You see, a lot of subjects are taken by these movie media, whether it is honor killing, whether it is some kind of dowry system, whether it is uh, corporate world, everything they take and put it across in a better way. So while they are doing it, they have to behave very very sensibly, responsibly. But as an audience, what we can do, when we watch movie, when we promote their movies, we also are part of that mission. We need to support correct subject, correct movies, and we need to idolize the correct hero and heroines, not the one who are not correct in their practical life. This much we can do. Okay, good. Who is ready now?
Sir, I'm ready.
Sir Rahul.
Okay, Pooja. We'll take Pooja and then Rahul. Okay, Subodh, keep time.
Yes, sir. You can start.
Good morning, everyone. Today's my lecture topic is Startup India. So, Startup India is a much needed initiative that was started by Narendra Modi in 2015. So, we all know that India is a land of full of talent people. So, however, the youth does not have many opportunities to fulfill their dreams and ambitions. So, thus, this campaign is a kickstart for the youth to accomplish their goals. Our Prime Minister announced it on Independence Day. So it got launched on a 16 January to giving helping hand to the youth. And other words, it is aimed to make the youth employ so we can eliminate the problems of unemployment in India. So this is an initiative will help make startups accomplish success, and they will finally be able to direct their creativities in the right way. So this is a financial support come as a sign of great relief for the youth,
Mm.
and the PM urged the bank to support Dalit one woman entrepreneur or least to maintain. It is a great step that will help to newcomers in the industry. So it is a great head start in their career. It is a further come. It will also boost the economy of the country, and after that they launch this campaign successfully. They got in a touch with several many IITs companies, NITs, and other several universities of India. So this is a major part of the action plan was to offer them to promote bank financing, and it is also provide startup venture with the initiative that help in boosting their internship, and it is a short scheme that serve a great method to lead it to the youth with the right way. And this is a greater point was targeting by the youth. They have a lot of potential. This is an initiative just give the right direction to the channelize it properly, and the youth of our country are better in the term of creating new ideas nations. So this is was the right decision to help making achieve greater. And suppose you have to start up, there are several many companies venture that focusing on the single product or the service that founder want to bring market. So this is companies that typically don't have a full developed business model, and more actually lack of capital
30
to move
seconds.
on the next phases of life. So suppose you have to start a business from the beginning. So you have to that core of proposes from kickstart team to expand on a social media. It will help you. So you have to collaborate with a illustrious brand, make every customer feel special. So keep an eye on their competition, and it was several many tools to help within government scheme.
Time up.
So working on a startup is the best chance to the rapid of the personal growth. So lastly, I will conclude that this campaign is a good start for the startup industry in India, but the implementation of scheme has not been proper. development being made with the time will bring industry to the its goal is a benefit. Thank you.
Okay, Pooja. Startup India, a mission, an initiative, a slogan which really is need of the hour because we are heading for Make in India Atmanirbhar mission. Atmanirbhar Bharat, we need everybody's participation. More and more youth coming up, more and more entrepreneur coming up, things will improve. You could have given examples which are the latest startup which have been successful. A lot of youth have created small initiatives, though they are just upcoming, but they are examples. A lot of business houses have noted their contribution, whether it is related to small services sector, whether it is food related, agri related, or we saw recently four IITians in Rajasthan. They came together and started hydroponics small initiative. Yes, Dubey Saab, you can be next, and then we will have Rahul. So, Pooja, examples. Not only in this topic, everyone has to always think on those lines. Is there any relevant example we should quote in our subject? Because that gives more impact, more authenticity, and the genuineness of topic. Convincing power increases when you put statistics, examples in that. Okay, Dubey Saab, ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Pooja, keep time.
Yes, sir, you can start.
Good morning, sir, and my dear friends. Nowadays, we all are running very fast. We are doing a lot of innovation and development in our society to create such type of machines or computers which help in our daily life. Yes, friends. In next 2 to 3 minutes, I would like to tell you about artificial intelligence. Friends, what is artificial intelligence? There is a we can say that is a machine that can change, think, or act rationally and is capable of learning and solving problems automatically. So friends, there are three types of artificial intelligence. One is algorithm based artificial intelligence, another is neural network based, and deep learning based. What is algorithm based? That is like Google search engines. Whenever you search anything, thereafter they have that type of old memories in themselves, and whenever you are again searching it, they are providing that data. And another is neural based. Whenever they are that is based on your brain, and they are working on that. And thereafter deep learning, like face detection and other things are also available on mobiles, and as well as whenever you are going anywhere, there is a security system is there. That is also that is deep learning based. What is the benefit of artificial intelligence, friends? We can do a lot of innovation, like there we can solve a lot of tasks, difficult tasks, with the help of these instruments and equipments. And thereafter we can overcome human errors, like whenever we are doing something, at that time chances of errors are there. And thereafter we can save life by using it in the, you can say, operations and other things. And thereafter we can use them to enhance the quality of life of humans. And we can remove the requirement of human supervision whenever the task is going on. And thereafter it will also help in curing disease, as well as removing hunger and poverty from the country. And thereafter we can also regulate such type of rules. If there is something, some policies has been implemented, then they can supervise them also. But there are some drawbacks of artificial intelligence, friends. What are the drawbacks? There is a drawback, like it will increase in unemployment, because when we will use a number of machines, then definitely it will reduce the number of manpower, because machine can do a lot of work in the same time. And it will also increase disparity between rich and poor. Like whenever there is a rich person is there, they will not hire persons, and thereafter they will use machines, and they can develop very fast. But on the other hand, the poor person, he will not have anything. And
Last 30 seconds.
due to lack of employment, they will definitely go down and down. And thereafter it will also hamper our privacy. Whenever government wanted to go inside our private life, at that time they can definitely hamper our privacy. And another thing is that media can use it from different manner, and they can also hamper our way of life. And thereafter military applications. Yes, friends, it is a dangerous, you can say,
Time now.
artificial intelligence, use of artificial intelligence, as we are doing like drones. We are using drones, that didn't require any type of human intervention. But thereafter, if you will use these type of artificial intelligence nuclear bombs, then what will happen? Think about it. So friends, at the end I want to conclude that artificial intelligence is good, but we have to regulate such type of policies, so that there should be some rule, some restrictions, that up to which mark we can use them. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay, Dubey Saab, very important, relevant subject from military point of view. Artificial intelligence, very very relevant. World is changing. The technological transformation in tomorrow's world. We don't know what kind of nature of war we will be facing. Imagine when you read about First World War or Second World War, we get frightened. The amount of devastation, especially in Hiroshima, Nagasaki, when towards the end, in fact, that nuclear attack created end. But today, almost in the next century, we are so advanced that probably this war, if at all it breaks out, it will be the end of our planet Earth. And adding to it, artificial intelligence or robotic science, whichever is coming, where it will be speedily and more lethal, it will be dangerous. So human beings need to be careful to utilize whatever advanced technology is coming in our life in better way for betterment of society, nations and mankind. We need to protect ourselves first, then we can compete with each other. This is the very very important phenomena every nation has to take in mind and keep that at the forefront before formalizing any policy or technology which will come up, because you never know what kind of robotic science will come with this artificial intelligence expertise. Okay, good. Now we will have Rahul, then Gurjant Saab, then we will have Renuka. Rahul.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Dubey Saab, keep time.
Yes, sir. Rahul, you may start.
Good morning, friends. No, we know the water is a very important part in our life. Without water, we can't live. Now I am going to talk about the interlinking of rivers. Interlinking of rivers, which means a proposal has a long history since as a British time. Then post-independence, there are also get a proposal, but somehow reason they can't work. In our India, there are a lot of rivers. In our India, we should try to connect the each others. They can avoid the such type of problems. Then we know the scarcity of water is the major problem in our India. So what peoples are faces many problems for that. We should try to avoid such kind of things nowadays. So uh, our aim to interlinking of rivers is the to connect the all the rivers through the reservoir or canals, uh, uh, where people's faces are many problems like drought situations or flood situation. We know the drought situations in 1870 to 2018, the longest drought between 2015 to 2018. I know the at that situations, when the area are like desert area or especially talk about in Maharashtra, in Marathwada region, there are Latur district, B district. So at that situation, what happened? So I know the Latur district, the provided the water by Latur district by the free stream. So we have to constantly focus on that these type of problems. Then interlinking of rivers is the major thing we have to concentrate on that. Then flood situations occurs in, for example, 2018-19 example like Panchganga River, Krishna River, Mula River. The flood situation occurs in Kolhapur, Sangli. So at that region, we have this is the also get one more possible solution to overcome the floods. So interlinking of rivers, we have to concentrate on that. Uh, uh, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam dream was the interlinking of rivers up to the 2020. One more thing, one more factor is that the farmer. Farmer is the most important pillar in our India. We know the India is an agricultural country. So then farmers, when the interlinking of rivers now get connected, the farmers get the water get
Last 30
easily.
seconds.
They don't stop their works. The farmers will not depend upon the monsoon season. They can cultivate the crop easily. Then excess of lack of water can be overcome. So lastly, I want to conclude that this is a very important things. We have to regularly and constantly focus on that. So such kind we have tried to avoid such kind of situations. Thank you.
Okay, Rahul, good. Your a lot of improvement is there. Um, the structured talk is coming, except a long pause, which was maybe thought process was broken, but good. Interlinking of rivers is a very important topic, long pending issue. Things are improving now. Couple of projects are on, but why we should have interlinking of river? Though environmentalists are having some objections for this project, because you should not be tampering with the nature, because if you are really creating artificial linkage, that will also have little bit adverse impact as per their opinion. But in a nation, when in the same budget we have to allocate some fund for drought relief and some for flood relief, it is a very disheartening thing. Wastage of money. Besides, our agriculture sector, which is backbone for our economy, is totally into losses. There is a area where more rain is hampering the production, and there is another area in the same nation because of lack of water, things are going west. So can we compensate each other? It is in one stone you are achieving two aims, something like that. More than that, with the interlinking of rivers, of late people are talking about river transportation. That will be one of the cheapest transportation. That is also a very economical angle to it. We need water from the agriculture point of view. We need proper sharing of water, because some of the parts in India are not having enough rains. So if there is a water flowing on surface, Indira Gandhi Canal is one of the example where Rajasthan is changed. Rajasthan is now much fertile because of one canal. Imagine if water goes into drought prone areas, Rajasthan, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Karnataka, if water is given to the regions where there is no water, so every land will become fertile and it will be a boost in agriculture sector. Besides creating a lot of jobs, youth will get into these sectors easily, because lack of water is a problem for a lot of rural youth, and that's why they turn to urban areas. There is enough land to some people, but the land is not productive because of lack of water. Okay, good. Gurjant Saab ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Rahul, keep time. Next will be Renuka.
Yes, sir. You can start, sir.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, friends. A democratic setup provides the equal rights and protects the rights of citizens. And the participation of citizen is also make it more stronger. So, friends, next 2 to 3 minutes, we are going to talk about a right of information. So, friends, right of information is a fundamental right under the Article 19. It makes the citizen enable to know about the working of government. It is very important to empower citizens to promote transparency, enhance people participation in democratic setup. So, some of the challenges in in implementation of right to information. So, first of all, the misuse of the Right to Information Act, because many people are using this to pressurize or making the public authorities to harassing. So also it is misusing by the culprits. By inclusion of transparency, it can be controlled. And another thing is, it is not exercised in equal manner due to lack of awareness between the peoples, and also lack of infrastructure to implement this Right to Information Act. The second thing is the poor record keeping practice, because of the way of our public sector, way of the public officers. So there is a poor record of information. So it takes times to provide information back to the citizens, and also people are losing trust on this right to information. So, to implement strongly, we should work on this with these points. First of all, to implement the right of information, we should make a constitutional body like election commissions. So when the constitutional body will monitor and implement the policy, it will make it the more capable. And the another thing is to provide the awareness to the people. We should use the technologies, the media, print media or the digital media. It makes the aware to the people about the Right to Information Act, build the trust on the policies, and also it will make the more transparent
Last
this
30
act.
seconds.
And another thing, the constitutional body and our administrative authority should protect the RTI seekers because we are facing this problem, the attacks on the RTI seekers. So to provide the protection them, it will also make it more strong. And lastly, I would like to say that with the inclusion of technology, with information
Time
technology,
up.
with digital media, we can make it strong by keeping the records, by providing transparency, and make it strong. I would like to conclude my topic with this point. It is very good act to provide the transparency and participation of citizens, but implementation is a very good concern. We will work on this by inclusion of technology, by implementations, by providing the another way of access. Thank you.
Okay, Gurjan Saab, good. Right to Information Act. Very, very important tool in the hands of people. Democracy requires such kind of tool in the hand of people. But the utility of it is always good. Intent was good when it was brought. But use of it, if it is used for wrong things, then it is a problem. RTI activist, we all hear this terminology, which some of the miscreants utilized it in a wrong way. It is not for the disturbance to the government functioning, but it is to bring more transparency, which Gurjan Saab was speaking. Yes, in a democratic setup, we need more transparency, and that is why this tool was brought. This, in fact, is a very, very powerful act. If it is implemented well, utilized well, then it will be a very, very society friendly. Society's concerns will be addressed through this, because on the one hand, when the government functionaries, bureaucrats or any government office, when they are operating, there is a likely chance of misuse of their office. So RTI has got that power to bring out in front of society that what was the procedure followed or what was the exact proceedings which were taken up. But then if it is to disturb the functioning or to pressurize, to blackmail, if such thing is there, then it really nullifies the purpose of it. And of late it was realized by the government functionaries that some of the people are utilizing it to pressurize or blackmail people or to see their vested interest. So this is one sad angle to it, but as a society we need these kind of acts. What one point Gurjan Saab was bringing, some constitutional body to monitor it, that will be a great thing, like something like election commission oversees the election process. It is a independent body, something like that. Lokpal is in pipeline. Let's see how things improves in our society. But RTI is intended for good things, provided we human beings, societies, citizens, we should utilize it properly for the welfare of nation, for the welfare of society. Okay, Renuka, ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Gurjan Saab, if you can keep time.
So, Renuka, please start.
Okay. Um, Good morning, everyone. For today's my lecture topic is privatization of public sector. So, at the independence of India, when the India got independent, a mixed economy model was adopted, mostly for enhancing the India's economy. And as we have gone through the British Raj, so all of the leaders' focus were for the Indian government to make the changes and the betterment of India. So, a public sector enterprises was established I'm sorry, established as a socialistic pattern for the development of our country. But however, due to the poor performance of several PSCs, as we know, due to the now competition has begun in the private area, some PSCs are not able to perform that much and has consequent huge losses. And this issue has led to the privatization and the introduction of privatization in the Indian development. So privatization is has always helped in keeping the consumers' needs the uppermost priority. It has also helped the governments pay their debts and helps in increasing long-term jobs, even whether to create employment, and has also promoted a fair competitive spirit among the market, and hence enhance the open market practices and also enhance our economy. So there are many positives and as well as negatives of the privatization. Some of the effects that the privatization comes with are that obviously it increases the employment, and it also increases the fair competition or market practice in the country. But it also comes with an idea that the public enterprises cannot be that much competitive compared to the private sector due to its fund and functioning and accountability, transparency are some of the issues which affect that performance. And the biggest area which the privatization affects is how it affects the poor or the middle class people. Because when privatization comes, it comes with its perks and benefits both. So, as it gives us the quality will increase of the goods, but hence the prices of it will also. So this will affect most of the population that is comes in the poor or middle class groups. As there are some of the examples like railway. Railway is the most affordable and cheap transport for the people of our country. But though it comes under the public sector enterprises, it is not
Last
having
30
that much
seconds.
revenue as per the losses. So there are many I think privatization is not only the only solution. There are many solutions like triple P model, public-private partnership, that can be also enhanced so that the public sector undertakings are also there, and through privatization they can improve the quality of their services. Then such enterprises should be disinvested, for the PSUs like BSNL, MTNL, and Air India,
Time up.
like who have created huge losses apart from their revenue. So these kind of enterprises should be disinvested, and privatization of profit-making PSUs should be enhanced, like the Air India. So these are some of the techniques that should be that the Indian government could uh, enhance for the development of our country. Thank you.
Okay, a very relevant ongoing thing, privatization of public sector. Yesterday only we saw news about Tata. Air India is now in the hands of Tatas. We have seen a complete cycle actually. After independence, a private airline becoming national airline. It was brought by JRD Tata, and thereafter it was nationalized and it became Air India. Now again back to the hands of Tatas. This complete cycle Indian democracy has seen. In a democratic setup, we want everything to be controlled by government, but that is not the solution. We have seen how it can be harmful for the development of nation. There is accountability issue, corruption issue, or the speed issue. Ease of doing business is a thing when we see everything is into bureaucratic hand. So it doesn't work that way. We had Navratnas. Some of them are profit making, some of them are not. We had BSNL. We had banking, more banking. Initially it was private banking. Then in 1969 nationalization of banks happened. Again we are into the reverse cycle. We don't want these many banks in the government hands. We had defense related production in the hands of government, but we were not modernized timely. So there are pros and cons. Of course, with the privatization, there will be some chance of strictness, lack of welfare for employees, but we need balance. We need speed also, we need modernization also, and we need welfare also. So maybe we will have mixed and balanced approach. Government has to take control of some of the things like monitoring the organizations, their HR issues, human resource issues, if there are some uh, illegal practices or the people are exploited, if the labor related things are getting crossed for the human angle, then government always can intervene, and there are enough checks and balances. If you see in India, how many government jobs can be created now? Very less. We cannot afford to have everything in government's hand, and that way we will not be able to see better future. We need some things into the private hand, but yes, government has to regularize, monitor, control, if required intervene, and there is always a setup where grievances can be raised. But whether we like it or not, privatization is going to happen in many things, and that has to be welcomed. Of course, there will be some provisions of monitoring and controlling it. Okay, good, Renuka. Renuka, you can have more pitched voice, thoda sa or loudly. Let's hear it out that way also. Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay. Who is ready now? Omkar, Sanjeevani, and
I'm
Vivek.
ready.
Sir,
Okay,
I'm
I'm
Omkar.
ready.
ready, sir.
Okay, Sanjeevani. पहले ओमकार, then Sanjeevani. Renuka, keep time.
Yes, you may start.
Okay. Good morning. In India, the best R&D wing over the world under the Ministry of Defense with an vision to empower India in a cutting-edge defense technology. And the mission is to achieve self-reliance in defense technology. Yes, friends, I am speaking about Department of Research and Development Organization, DRDO. While equipping our armed forces with state-of-art weapon system and equipment. The name comes DRDO. DRDO pursued self-reliance and successful indigenous development and production of strategic systems such as Agni and Prithvi, series of missile, light combat aircraft, Tejas, multi-barrel rocket launcher, Pinaka, air defense system, Akash, wide range of radar and electronics warfare system have given quantum jump to India's military equipment by self-reliancing. Balasya Moolam Vijnanam, that say the source of strength is science, drive the nation in a peace and war also. DRDO was formed in 1958 with 10 establishments. Over the year, it has grown multidimensionally. Now, today's DRDO network is grown. More than 50 establishments are deeply engaging in developing of defense technology. DRDO covers various disciplines like aeronauticals, armaments, electronics, combat vehicle, engineering system, instrumentation, missile system, agriculture, naval technology, and also in the field of air force. Are several technologies are working under the DRDO. The BrahMos is world's best tactical weapon that can be launched by ship, land, air, as well as submarines. Have much demand over the world. Is developed under the DRDO. Lastly, I want to conclude that in India, DRDO plays an a vital role in defense equipment and technologies for for the army as well as navy and air force. The by this improvement, the opponent must think twice before making any auspicious movement. Thank you.
Okay, Omkar, good. Conclusion could have been much better. You abruptly finished. It could have been much better conclusion. Okay. Uh,
Yes, sir.
you're preparing well. You are researching your topics very well. That is a good sign. Um, DRDO, yes, there are some critics also. They have done good. Their projects, whatever you highlighted, they are very noteworthy and commendable projects. But something more could have been done, which we see in ISRO. ISRO, we don't criticize much, but for DRDO, there was lack of speed. Probably some of the projects should have been finished much earlier, whether it is related to tanks or small arms weapons or related to some kind of aircraft related project. Speed is a issue, right? Because by the time your technology comes, it becomes outdated. You are no longer competing with the world then, because the world has moved ahead. That is the issue with defense technology. Okay, good. Sanjivani, ready?
Yes, sir.
Omkar, keep time.
Okay. Yes, Sanjivani, you can start now.
Okay. Good morning to all. Today, my lecture topic is sex education. Sex is a natural part of life, and it is only factor which keep life moving from one generation to the next. There are many exchanges about sex and sex education since the birth of humankind. Generally, sex education is defined as a wild program to ensure the knowledge about sexual health, anatomy, activity, reproduction, the age of concerned reproductive health and rights. Unfortunately, many countries refuse to include mandatory sex education as a part of their children's because discuss the sex in public is a since the society. Inter sex education is open at the most of the countries, expected Japan, where sex education is mandatory from age 10 to 10 or 11. History of sex education in the late 19th century, in a progress education movement the way for social hygiene to be included in the North American school. At the time of no, at the time, knowledge about sex is mostly gained for formally thoughts. At the time, knowledge about sex is mostly gained formally thought school basis as sex education. But during the 20th century, children storage gain knowledge from friends and media informally, but this is informal gain of knowledge was incompleted and increased the rate of teenage pregnancy in western country mainly after 1960. At present of India, India is a very religion country. Hinduism and Buddhism are two major religions which express their attitude towards sex to the world. India's sexual thoughts come from the ancient time itself. The ancient Hindu book Kama Sutra, the standard work and human sexual behavior. As the number of rapes and child abuse rate increasing in the country, the society itself come forward to polish and uh, out the surprised. Sex education in school has been a major topic of dispute in the country. Some people highlight the need for sex education from the primary level of school, whether from the primary level of school where some others say that sex education is more practical. If then Importance of sex education. First is counseling parents and children about the need for sex education from school, creating opportunity to ask question without fear and embarrassment to the mentor. Then Satya app introduced by the government of India. So lastly, I want to conclude that sex education in a school is considered as a unpredictable act by the by a society here. Surprisingly, there are many girls in India who do not have what is menstruation in real. The government of India, under the leadership of PM Narendra Modi, launched encouraged school health program at the Bijapur, Chhattisgarh, under the Ayushman Bharat. This is good step beneficial in 26 crore children in the country, hoping for a better and bright future as a society responsible human being. Thank you.
Okay, Sanjeevani, very improved talk today. Very nice, and topic is very very important. In a conservative society like India, we never used to openly discuss such kind of topics. But today, a girl speaking on this is a signification that we are moving ahead. We are improving. This is a very important field where people should come up, discuss, educate, because when in 80s all over world, a disease came up, AIDS. Then people were not really discussing it. The patients were getting humiliated and they were not treated well. Slowly, the world is opening up. Western countries, they were always leading on this front. They have their open minds, but the developing countries, whether it is Asian and African countries, are always conservative. Now things are improving. The generation which you belong to now is openly discussing. Boys and girls operate together on projects, on matter of public interest. This is a good sign, and why not to discuss such things? In fact, in India, if we see our history, we were much more liberals, but then the conservative mindset came in medieval India, and maybe we need to open up because future diseases and future social problems are revolving around it. So we need to really discuss it and educate our society right from young age. Today mobile and internet is creating a lot of awareness as such, so it is better we spread the positives and the negatives of any subject. It's better to discuss it, educate the young generation. If we don't talk it or don't bring it into formal things, then it will really have negative impact. If you see any state where liquor is banned, in fact, the liquor is sold there. There is no doubt about it. Similarly, on these topics, you have to discuss it, educate, make it a formal education. That is a good way of looking at it. Sanjivani has given example of Japan, a developed society where things are taken in right spirit, legalized, formalized, and put it into syllabus. That is a correct way. Good Sanjivani, today well structured talk. Points were very good, and it came up in a very good flow. Good. Little bit grammatical mistake, but very less. Okay, good. Who is next? Kumar, ready? Vivek?
Yes, sir, I am ready.
Okay. Sanjivani, keep time.
Yes, sir. You can start with.
Good morning, all of you. Today, my topic is the biodiversity. Biodiversity is a mixture of the two terms. One is bio means living entities, whether it are microorganisms, human and plants and animals also. And the second is the diversity. Diversity is the differences among the animals, whether they are terrestrial, aquatic, or aerial. So, biodiversity term is given by the was given by the Walter Rosen in the 1985. The biodiversity is again classified at the four levels. First is genetic. Genetic means all the genetic resources from the animals of a specific species is concluded in that genetic biodiversity. Second is the species biodiversity. Species biodiversity is the naturally occurring biodiversity in the world. And the and the next is the ecosystem biodiversity. Ecosystem means biodiversity is the estuaries of wetlands and the mangroves are also included in. And the last one is the functional biodiversity. It is classified on the basis of the functional. Now moving to the next part, megadiversity center. All we know, India is the megadiversity center list. In worldwide, there are the 60 to 70 megadiversity centers, and we are so lucky that we are living in India, which is the megadiversity center. But nowadays, IUCN declares hotspot list. Hotspot means the geographical region that are prosperous in plants and animal life, but they have risks from the human intervention. That is very thinkable thing. But for the now we think of Maharashtra. The Maharashtra red hotspot list is the Western Ghats. Western Ghats is the very prosperous and the biodiversity is observed in the Ghats. Now moving to the next part. On the auspicious occasion of the 73rd Republic Day, Maharashtra tableau is on the basis on the theme biodiversity and state bio symbol of Maharashtra. That was very beautiful and thinkable also. The government aim is to the spreading the awareness of the biodiversity. Now moving to the conclusion, what we can do for that biodiversity conservation. Biodiversity conservation is now limited for the only government schemes and special NGOs are working for them. Now there is a need to think what we are doing with the nature, and we can spread awareness to the everyone also. Now this is time to take action on the personal level. So, likely,
Okay.
where are we are doing
Long.
we are dependent on the government scheme. So there is need to develop our thoughts and work on the individually. So the biodiversity can be improved. Thank you, sir.
Time up.
Very good, Vivek. You are picking up the format, lecturette, and well structured talk. Only thing you can be little loud. Confidence will be visible then, and emphasize on key points. This topic is a vast topic, upcoming topic, biodiversity. We need to discuss it from the environment point of view, from the future business prospects point of view, because we are a agriculture oriented country, and a lot of people can really take interest in biodiversity field and nature oriented things. Correctly brought out today, it is limited to only government initiatives or NGOs. We need some kind of private partnership, private players coming into it, and lot of scope. You can further dwell upon the sub points of biodiversity. You can pick up the subsection of it, elaborate on it. It will be a knowledge enhancement for others. Okay, Vivek, because you are from that
Yes,
field,
sir.
you are from that field, you can bring some more depth of this subject, and it is coming up well. Very nice, very good. Okay, who is ready now?
I'm ready,
Okay, Kumar.
Kumar.
Okay, Vivek, you understand timekeeping? 2.5 minutes you say last 30 seconds, and on 3 minutes you say time up. Vivek. Okay, I'll ask someone. Sanjeevani.
Yes, sir.
Okay, keep the time.
Okay, sir. Okay, you can start.
Okay, so good morning, gentlemen. Today I will talk on a very important topic, which is India and Afghanistan relationship. So we all know that Afghanistan was one of our biggest allies, and it was also a developing country when the Ashraf Ghani government came into existence, and later when the Taliban came into overpowered the Ashraf Ghani government, they took it as a implementation of Sharia law in their country. Apart from these Sharia laws or ethnic mentality of the country, we should see that India and Afghanistan were having better relationships in terms of trade as well as in terms of humanitarian aid which India provided to them. From Indian perspective, it was a basically reach to the Middle East countries. So we see that India had implemented various projects. There were two dams, one of which was Salma Dam. India also invested in the defense projects. India gave a credit to the Afghanistan government as well as some of the defense equipments like the Mi-27 and other choppers and aircrafts. So we can see that India and Afghanistan relation is very important, and it is also important in the upcoming future, just because India is trying to reach the Middle East and to the European countries through to the Middle East. For example, the now we have a Chabar port in our Iran, which is very important. So it is very important for India to keep up a good relationship with Afghanistan, just because we have lost various good relationships with the other countries, which is Pakistan. And I will come to the topic that India and Afghanistan were having good relationships in the past times. And when Taliban came into existence, it also said that its ground would not be used for the terrorism against India or any other countries. Just because Sharia has come, it doesn't mean that the ground would be used for the terrorism. So I think that if we have a good deliberate talk with the Taliban government, the India and Taliban can come up to a good conclusion, and it will not the Taliban will not get in the hands of China, because China is playing
Last
always
30
its
seconds.
debt trap policy. The debt trap policy of the China is always impacting, because now it has gained a monopoly over various areas in Sri Lanka. Now it has also gained Pakistan in its clutch. So I think India needs to intervene and
ये
use
charging
this
वाला वो
time to get the good relationship with Taliban.
काढून टाक
Today, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be hosting the India and Central Asia Summit, where he would be talking about the various terrorism activities, also about the abundant resources which is present in the Middle East countries, so that India can be
Time up.
benefited about the gas which is present in the
बटन
Middle
दाब
East countries. So we see that there needs to be a deliberate talk, and there needs to be some help by the India, because India is one of the strongest countries after China in Asia. So this cooperation between these two countries would be very fruitful, and we are looking for the upcoming events. Thank you.
good Kumar, very relevant ongoing topic, current scenario. You linked it up very well. Prime Minister had given yesterday statement, Central Asia and India, what is the role, and today things are very very relevant, strategically very important. What you highlighted, that if not paid attention, the control of Afghanistan, if it goes into hands of China, will be very very dangerous proposition for the Asia and for the world also, because China's intentions are always suspicious. They are very very dubious country. They speak something or they don't speak, but their intentions are very very dangerous for the world today. Every country is keeping watch on their actions, and Afghanistan, being in the state of uncertainty, can be exploited by Pakistan, by China. That is how rest of the world has to take care of this situation, help Afghanistan. We traditionally never had good relation with Taliban. We always had cordial relation with the sitting government in Afghanistan, legitimate government, people's government, but we never supported Taliban. But time is changing. We need to acknowledge the sitting government, which is now unfortunately Taliban. But so what? We need to move on. We need to change with the changing time, and we need to acknowledge, because US has acknowledged, every country has acknowledged, okay, they accepted Taliban and making moves forward. So should be our case, and we have done in this regard. We are moving ahead. We are talking with Taliban now, but things were slow. It is picking up. Okay, good. Who wants to speak now? Ravi, you want to speak or give introduction?
Good morning, sir. I am student of Maratha Vidyarthi Vasigraha, Aurangabad. Today is my first day. I am not full prepared any topic specifically, but I observe these all students informative videos, some short lectures. Here Vivek gives some biodiversity topic. Kumar says international relations. Regarding this topic, very informative and precisely he mentioned. And Sanjivani ma'ams also give the information regarding sex education generally in society. People are not talk on this topic, but she is very well express their opinion on this topic. Uh, I will mention which topic I will speak next day. So today is I am not full prepared, so I give in my personal details very shortly. My name is Ravi Chavan. I am proper from Parbani district, and now I am a student of LLB second year. And today, uh, in these days, I am practicing in district court. Yes, thank you,
Okay,
sir.
very good. Uh, you are a lawyer, future
Yes, sir.
lawyer. Who
Yes, sir.
knows? You will be an unstoppable person when you start talking in courts or in public life. So it is
Yes, sir.
just beginning, especially from the English language point of view. Good,
Yes,
you
sir.
spoken well, and you can come prepared on any topic. You must see now how people are coming with prepared topic. Some of them are uh, taking topic here, so that to test the short time preparation and the confidence level. That is a next stage if you want to reach to that stage. But take any topic from your field or from social field, from competitive exam point of view, but our aim is to improve our speaking ability, communication skills, confidence level, knowledge enhancement, and all those things where we feel confident, we feel satisfied with our preparation and with our own personality that we are doing something. Okay, good. Bansod Sahib,
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
you want to speak something? Bansod Sahib is there? No. Okay, anyone remaining? I don't think anyone is remaining. All are covered. So we will end here. We are already 4 minutes crossing our time. 8:30 we should be finishing. Okay, have a good day. This is I think Friday. So next lecture it will be on Monday. Sunday we will have some session related to defense SSB. And till then, goodbye. Jai Hind.
Jai sir.
Sir,
Jai Hind, sir.